We are live, yay! Hello everyone! Turn the sound on. Come on, click on the thing and turn the sound on. All right, welcome to live streaming. My name is Brad Powell. I am going live here in Awesome Video Makers headquarters in Boston. And today, I want to talk about the results that you are getting when you go live. And I want to hear from you. Like, I have a whole bunch of questions for you. All the people out there who are actively live streaming, I want to hear from you today. And even if you're watching this during the replay, I still want to hear from you. And I've got a bunch of questions here that I'm going to ask right now. So first one is, what results are you getting when you go live? And the reason that I'm asking this question is because all of us who are doing live streaming, we're really experimenting with something that is brand new. You know, on Facebook, live streaming is only 2 years old. On YouTube, live streaming is a little bit older, but maybe not more than 3 years old. On a platform like Periscope, you know, again, it's like 3 to 4 years. Over on Instagram, it's even newer. And I really believe that the very best things that are yet to, that are going to happen on live streaming haven't been done yet. They're yet to be done. The best is yet to come. And all of us are doing this stuff, like we're experimenting, we're going live together, and we do it on our own. Like, I'm going live and I'm here all by myself. Occasionally, I interview one other person. But the things that I do and the things that you do are, you're doing it solo. You're kind of going off as a pioneer into the wilderness, the live stream wilderness, and you're finding out what works, and often what we're doing is we're finding out what doesn't work. So I want to hear from you, and the idea is collectively we can gather our knowledge and we can share back and forth, and I promise I'll be carrying the baton of information. Yes, I want to hear from people like, what results are you getting? What are you finding that works for you? And for instance, are you getting the engagement that you want when you go live? Are people showing up for your live streams? And if they are showing up, if you're starting to build an audience on a regular basis, how are you doing that? What was the thing that you did that worked best to get people to join you when you were live streaming? And for when you were going live and you had a bunch of people who were there live, what were the things that worked best when you got them to engage with you? You got them to comment and ask questions and answer questions and all that kind of thing. Related to all of this is, in addition to the solo lives that you're doing, are you using live video at an actual live event? Either an event that you're hosting, or an event that you're speaking at, or an event that you're simply just attending, like a big conference. Are you going there and going live from that event? And when you do, what kind of response do you get? These are the things that I want to hear about. Like, what are the examples? What are the case studies? Now, my promise is that if you, in the comments down below, write in, or you can send me a direct message. You write to me, message me, write in the comments and say, here's what I did, here's what happened. If it's an interesting result, I'm going to reach out to you and I'll want to do an interview with you. And we can get on together and we can live stream together and we can talk about your example as a case study. And so let's see. Oh, yes, last question is, who have you been watching? Who's getting results? Like, if it's not you, among the other people that you see either on Instagram or on Facebook here, or maybe on Twitter and Periscope, who do you see that's getting really great results, that's getting a big audience? I want to hear about who they are, and I want to find out what they're doing, and I want to share all this information. And right now, I'm developing a community platform for live streamers, and I'm calling it Live Stream Rockstars. And what's going to happen there is that people can come in, and we're all doing live streaming, in different ways, and we're going to share our information back and forth. And it's going to be a place where people can share their live videos. It's a place where they can ask questions to anybody else in the group. And other people can immediately answer them. So there'll be this community where we can really support each other in what we're doing. In addition to that, it's going to be a great pool of interesting people to where if you want to meet someone and then maybe, get them together and interview them on whatever Facebook Live or live stream interview that you're doing, that's a great way to interconnect the community. And then in addition to that, we can do actually syndicated live streams where we get a group, like a mini summit or a panel discussion of 6 people, and they all go live for an hour and we all share each other's streams. So every time you go live in that kind of setting, your stream would be shared by a group of other people. And that's a repeatable thing that this community can be doing. And the last thing that I'm envisioning for this community is that all of us are often out there in the real world teaching workshops, and this platform can be a place to host live streamed workshops, which would then get in front of the collective audience of the community. And there's a really cool model. It's something called Creative Live, and you can go check this out if you don't know about it, creativelive.com. And they stream workshops every single day. And these workshops last a long time. They go for 1 day, 2 day, 3 whole day long workshops. And while they're live, they're completely free. And then as soon as they're not live, they go into an archive and you can buy a course that has just been created through this live stream. And so on the platform, on the Livestream Rockstars platform that I'm creating, this is going to be an opportunity that the members will be able to lead a workshop for 1 day or 2 days. And while it's live, it'll be broadcast to the public free. And as soon as it's not, we'll put it into a course archive where we will put a price on it and sell it. And so it's just another thing that the members will be able to do to both build their audience and also to create a new revenue stream. So if you're interested in that, say, I want to know about Livestream Rockstars, or I'm really interested in your community, or something to that effect, and I'll make sure that you get hooked up. This is all going live in about 10 days' time. I'm going to launch this thing. When it goes live, it'll have a membership of about 30 to 40 people, and from there we'll continue to grow it. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. And if you know of anyone who's a live streamer who you think would benefit from that kind of thing, or joining a community like that, I would love to hear who they are. And so hook me up on that. Send me a direct message, put a comment down below and say, I know some people, and we can talk about it. And we can invite more people in. Because the more people who join in this kind of community effort, the more valuable the community comes. Because the more sort of knowledge, like I want people in there who are really good at Instagram Live and Instagram Stories. And I want people in there who have been doing a lot of YouTube Live and webinars over on YouTube. And I want people in there who've been doing Periscope since Periscope, first got created. And I want people in there who are doing Facebook Live as well. Like anyone who's doing any kind of live streaming. And then we can all sort of learn about how to grow our audience and how to interact with each other doing that. So that's my main pitch for today. Leave your comments down below, and I will respond to all of you. So I have actually one example of someone who I've seen recently who seems to be getting great results, and his name is Trey Ratcliffe. And Trey lives in New Zealand. And I love this when somebody's living like in some, far off place, at least far off compared to North America, and, on an island continent, seemingly off in the middle of, not surrounded by a lot, and yet they're able to attract and engage a really large audience through live streaming. Now, Trey's a photographer, and what I saw him doing that I thought was very clever was that he had asked his audience, who are people who are learning about photography from him, and he asked them, look, submit a photo into my group here, and I'll take some of those and I'll put them on this next stream that I'm doing, and I'll review them. And so he primed his next stream with a bunch of people who were submitting photographs. None of them knew which photographs he would use. So they're all interested in watching the stream to see if maybe their photograph is going to show up there. And then he produced this stream where he went through these photos one by one and he critiqued them and gave them positive and negative feedback. And I thought that was terrific. Plus, his stream got something like 10,000 views. I mean, it was a very engaged live stream. So this is, I think, a great idea that a lot of us, a lot of you, could do in terms of, you can pick from your audience, what could you get them to submit to you? Some kind of conversation thing, some kind of physical thing, some kind of visual thing, and then you can come back and respond to them. For example, I have a Facebook group that's called Video Making Mastermind. Anybody in that group, and I'll just say this right now, anybody in that group, and you can join the group right now, it's for free, submit a video there, post a video there, and I will, in the next week, submit a video there, and in the description of the video, tell me that you're submitting it for review. And I'll pick the most interesting videos that get submitted, and I will give you a review and a positive feedback and a critique of your video. And I'll give you some ideas of what you could be doing that would make this video work even better. So if you're interested in that, jump on over to Video Making Mastermind, and I'll put a link to that in the comments. Or if you just want to join my group, say, I want to join my group, or in the comments down below, and I'll get you in there. I can actually make you a member right away. And then submit a video, and I'll give you feedback on it, and I'll do that in a live stream. Like in the tool that I'm using right here, I can actually take a video and queue it up and play a clip from it as part of what I do, which I think is a really cool tool to use here. And I'm just going to look at the live stream and just see how we're doing on the stream itself. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going through here. First, we have to avoid, what's interesting about Facebook is that when you get on and you land on your homepage, it's all of a sudden you're, oh, look, hang on, I got to turn my volume off. You're confronted with all this news stuff. So I just saw an image of our president. Oh no, help. No offense, but that's the way it goes. Looks like Corinna's here. Hey, Corinna. So I'm going to go, I saw a question from Corinna just a moment ago. So I'm going to go to where I saw it. Let's see if I can find it. Going here shortly. Just bear with me. And let's see. Oh, here we are. See comments. Right. So Corinna says, I cannot get over the short lives. I've been attempting to go live, but I need to reframe for why it should be not just a short ad, leading them to my written material. And she's asking for suggestions. So what I would say there is, when you're doing a short form video, I'll explain a couple differences. Long form videos that you're going live for like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you're doing that long form, kind of like what I'm doing right now, in realm of wanting to get engagement. You're wanting people to like your video. And so you guys who are watching this right now, hit the like button. And I want to see some hearts going across the screen. And I'm wanting to engage with me by, say, asking me a question or responding to any of the prompts that I give you. And I'm doing this over this period of time. And the longer I go, the more engagement I get, the more my video will be seen. So my main motivation for doing a video this long is engagement. When you do a short form video, the motivation and the thing that you're really wanting to make happen there is not as much engagement as it is you're looking to generate leads. So on a short form video, actually, when you're talking about using it as an ad, it's kind of, that's right, like you want to give a little bit of value, and then you want to, give them a call to action, which is, well, I've got this free checklist or this free, cheat sheet that you can get that's related to this thing that I was just talking about. let's say I'm going to talk about, there's 5 main reasons why you should go live and 5 big mistakes that you should avoid. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of them. And if you want all 5, go to the 5mistakesformula.com on my website, and you can download that cheat sheet. Now, I'm just making this up, but that's an example of what I would do in a short form video where I would move people from the value that I was creating, and the whole thing would be done as like, well, here's some of the value, here's this one thing, and by the way, there's 10 things, and if you want all 10, go over here. And in fact, if you created a checklist with 10 things on it, that's 10 videos. Like you could make 10 short form videos, one right after the other, and just say, here, I'm on thing number 2 or 3, and if you want all 10, go here. And that video will generate leads for you. And you can take that video and, of course, turn around and boost it. And again, like boost it and get, spend $20 on it, get something like 1,000 views on it. And of all the ones that you're doing that you've boosted, take the one that's gotten the most comments and engagement, and you can turn that into an ad. And all of this is in the way of lead generation. You can, a video like that is designed to move people to opt in so that you're getting them on your email list, and now you can nurture them as clients, as potential clients. Along with that, in addition to or instead of an opt-in, of course, the other thing that you can do is you can just simply invite them to have a call with you. Like right now, any of you who are interested in joining my Livestream Rockstars community, I would love to talk with you about it. So you can just say, I'd love to talk with you about Livestream Rockstars, and I'll get back to you, and I'll invite you to a virtual coffee chat or a tea chat, and we can get on and talk on Zoom. And I want to know like what you're doing in live streaming, and I want to know what you're thinking of doing with video, and I want to know all about your business and all that kind of stuff. And I'd really like to know what you would like to have in a community like what I'm building, because right now I'm wanting to learn a lot from everyone who's doing live streaming in terms of like, well, what would a community like this look like, and how could it be designed to best serve all the live streamers that are out there? So that would be the kind of thing that I would say. So let me just glance here. I'm not seeing more commenting, and I've been on for about 18 minutes, and 20 minutes is usually about the time that I go for. So I'm just going to look in one more place, go back here to the original zone. Let's see, go back here, turn this around. And while I'm doing this, if anybody out there is thinking that this is a helpful thing, and there are people in your world who would benefit from the video that I'm doing, oh look, there it is, I see it, then please share this video. Sharing is awesomely great, because everybody who shares this is going to help grow the community of live streamers, which is kind of the new mission that I'm on. I'm wanting to create this great, awesome community of people who are live streaming. So I am not seeing more questions at this point in time. So thank you all for joining. This has been fantastic. And every Tuesday at 2, I'm going live. So stay tuned next Tuesday. If you want me to review a video of yours, go to Video Making Mastermind, submit a video there, and say, this video is submitted for review. And I'll hold you up. And I know it sounds like scary. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to let him do that. But I promise you, I'll be gentle and easy. And it's really good. Not only will it be a learning for you, but it'll be learning for everyone who watches that video. So you'll be serving your public, plus your video, or at least a clip of it, will get in front of a huge audience, or a huger audience. It'll be the Awesome Video Makers audience. And so yeah, go do that. So I think that's it. I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next video.